the RMS Titanic. Even the name echoes with a sense of grandeur and ambition. It wasn't just a ship, it was a symbol of human progress, a marvel of engineering and a floating testament to the dreams of a new century. Designed to be the pinnacle of luxury and safety, Titanic was the pride of the White Star Line, a vessel that promised to redefine transatlantic travel. In the year 1912, she was the largest ship ever built, a floating palace of dreams, carrying people from all walks of life toward a new world. From wealthy elites enjoying lavish suites and grand dining halls, to immigrants in third class hoping for a better life in America, Titanic was a microcosm of society. It was a journey filled with hope, excitement, and the promise of new beginnings. But then, tragedy struck. On a cold April night, the unsinkable Titanic collided with an iceberg, sinking beneath the waves and taking over 1,500 souls with her. The collision was sudden, and the chaos that followed was unimaginable. Lifeboats were scarce, confusion reigned, and the icy Atlantic showed no mercy. In just a few hours, the grandest ship ever built was gone, swallowed by the sea. The world was, honestly, just shocked. News of the disaster spread like wildfire. Headlines screamed of the unimaginable loss. Families waited for word of loved ones who would never return. The Titanic became more than a shipwreck. It became a symbol of human vulnerability. It challenged the belief that technology could conquer nature and reminded us all of how fragile life truly is. But it was more than just a disaster. It was a human story, filled with tales of courage, sacrifice, and love. There were men who gave up their seats so women and children could live, musicians who played to calm the panic, and strangers who became heroes in the face of fear. These stories, passed down through generations, remind us of the strength of the human spirit even in our darkest hours. And in 1997, director James Cameron brought that story to life on the big screen, weaving together history and fiction in a way that truly captivated the world. His film didn't just recreate the ship, it resurrected the emotions, the people, and the tragedy. It introduced a new generation to the Titanic, ensuring that the legacy of those lost would never be forgotten. Through cinema, the ship of dreams sailed once more, this time, into our hearts and memories. At the heart of James Cameron's Titanic lies a timeless love story, one that transcends class, circumstance, and even fate itself. It's the story of Jack Dawson and Rose DeWitt Bukater, two souls from vastly different worlds who find each other aboard the most famous ship in history. Jack is a free-spirited artist, with nothing but a sketchbook and a dream. He wins his ticket aboard the Titanic in a spontaneous game of poker, never imagining that this stroke of luck would change his life forever. For Jack, the ship represents more than just a voyage, it's a chance at something bigger. Rose, on the other hand, is a young woman suffocating under the weight of high society. Engaged to a wealthy but controlling man, she boards the Titanic in first-class splendor, yet feels more like a prisoner than a passenger. Her life is dictated by expectations, not desires. They're from opposite ends of the social spectrum. He from the steerage, she from the grand salons. Their paths were never meant to cross, and yet, the vastness of the Atlantic brings them together in the most unexpected way. A chance encounter on the ship's deck sparks something neither of them can ignore. Drawn together by curiosity, courage, and a shared longing for more, Jack and Rose begin to fall, fast and hard. Their connection is undeniable, their chemistry electric. Their love is instant, passionate, and, in the eyes of society, completely forbidden. But that only makes it burn brighter. In each other, they find what they've been missing: freedom, joy, and a sense of belonging. Jack opens Rose's eyes to a world beyond wealth and status, a world full of adventure, spontaneity, and genuine connection. With him, she feels alive for the first time, and Rose, in turn, shows Jack a side of life he's never known, one of elegance, beauty, and quiet grace. Together, they create a world of their own, if only for a fleeting moment in time. The film is filled with unforgettable scenes that capture the essence of their love. From the very first moment Jack and Rose lock eyes, there's a spark, an unspoken connection that transcends class, circumstance, and time. Their love story unfolds not in grand ballrooms or lavish estates, but on the open deck of a ship, surrounded by the endless sea and sky. It's here in the fresh ocean air that their bond begins to grow, unburdened by the expectations of the world they left behind. Who can forget the moment when Jack takes Rose to the bow of the ship, her arms outstretched, feeling the wind in her hair as he shouts, "I'm the king of the world." It's more than just an iconic line, it's a declaration of freedom, of living in the moment. That scene captures the thrill of falling in love, of letting go of fear and embracing the unknown. It's a moment that has become etched in cinematic history, symbolizing the boundless possibilities of love. Or the scene where they dance below deck with the Irish immigrants, their laughter echoing through the ship. It's raw, it's real, and it's full of life. In that moment, Jack introduces Rose to a world of joy and spontaneity she's never known. The music, the dancing, the clinking of glasses, it all becomes a celebration of freedom, of choosing passion over privilege. It's a turning point, where Rose begins to see the world, and herself, through new eyes. And then there's their first kiss, bathed in the golden light of the setting sun, a moment of pure cinematic magic. The sky ablaze with color, the ocean calm and endless, and two souls finding each other in the vastness of it all. It's not just a kiss, it's a promise, a silent vow that no matter what lies ahead, they've found something real. The scene is tender, timeless, and unforgettable. These scenes are not just romantic, they are a celebration of life, of the joy and freedom that Jack and Rose find in each other's arms. Their love story reminds us that sometimes the most powerful moments happen not in grand gestures, but in quiet glances, shared laughter, and the feeling of the wind in your hair as you stand beside someone who truly sees you. On that open deck, love blossoms, not just between two people, but in the hearts of everyone watching. But their happiness is short-lived. As the Titanic steams across the Atlantic, danger lurks in the icy waters ahead. The warnings of icebergs are ignored, and on a moonless night, the unthinkable happens. The Titanic strikes an iceberg, and the unsinkable ship begins to sink beneath the waves. Panic spreads through the ship as the realization dawns that this is no ordinary accident. The lifeboats are lowered, but there are not enough for everyone. Chaos reigns as passengers and crew alike struggle to survive. In the face of death, Jack and Rose's love only deepens. Jack helps Rose get into a lifeboat, fully aware deep down that he may not survive. He sacrifices his own life to save hers, giving her his life jacket and whispering words of hope and encouragement as the icy waters close over him. Rose, clinging to life on a piece of driftwood, vows to honor Jack's memory and live a full life. She is rescued, but her heart will forever be haunted by the memory of the man who gave his life for hers. So now we jump forward in time to present-day Rose. She's an old woman now, and she's sharing her story with a group of treasure hunters who are searching for the heart of the ocean. It's that priceless necklace that went down with the Titanic. Through Rose's memories we relive the events of that fateful night, and honestly the incredible power of the love story that unfolded right in the middle of such a tragedy. Rose has lived a long, full life, but, she's never forgotten Jack. Or the promise she made to him on that cold April night. Titanic is more than just a love story. It's a story of courage, of sacrifice, and really of the enduring power of the human spirit. The film stands as a testament to the bravery of the passengers and crew who faced their deaths with such dignity and grace. It reminds us that even in the darkest of times, hope and humanity can still prevail. And it leaves us with this deep, almost haunting sense of loss, for the lives that were lost and the dreams that were shattered on that tragic night. Titanic is one of those films that just stays with you long after the credits have rolled. Its themes, love, loss, redemption, they resonate so deeply with people of all ages. It's become more than just a film, it's part of our collective memory now. A reminder of how storytelling can transport us to another time and place. The story of the Titanic still fascinates and inspires, and James Cameron's film has truly ensured that it will continue to do so for generations to come. In the end, Titanic is really a story about the power of love to transcend even death. Jack and Rose's love story, yeah, it's fictional, but it captures something very real, the human capacity for love, for sacrifice, and for hope. And that, well, that's a story that will never sink into oblivion. The Titanic may be gone, but its memory, and the stories of those who sailed on her, will continue to echo through time, reminding us of the fragility of life, and the enduring power of the human spirit.